It's Butterfield Jr. the third.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? Give yourselves a clap. Pretty good show. One thing that's kind of been on my mind while I've been sitting in the audience enjoying myself is that I was kind of wondering whose breath was so bad it put a dent in this microphone. You don't belong on the microphone. You belong on a cashier or garbage duty. Because at least you can blame it on the dumpster. Probably won't help you with your tips at the cashier, though. How is everybody enjoying this summer? You enjoying your summer? Clap it up. I've been enjoying it too. It's been the best spring I've had in years. It's a very bipolar summertime. And I don't think you're supposed to have polar in the name of summer. And very opposing terms. The thing about it is that since I forgot the rest of that joke, I'll move on to the next one. I can remember as a child being real big, like I was a managed little boy, but I was real big on women empowerment. Nobody told me to be or anything. I just grew up, I was like, women empowerment. And I also remember being a kid and thinking, I empower women, that's gonna help me have more girlfriends. And I was wrong. I could have not been any more wrong. But I'm so deep in now that I can't change my mind because of consistency. And women will point that shit out in their power. And but for some reason, I have a feeling if I did switch over to a misogynist, it would get me more pussy somehow. I don't understand the comprehension of that. I mean, but if you ask like one of my ex-girlfriends, especially a baby mama or something like that, she would swear that I'm a misogynist. And I think deep down inside, she knows I'm not a misogynist. She's just mad I'm not massaging her anymore. Today I went to my first doctor appointment with a new doctor. And it was a woman, because I said I didn't care the gender. And they picked a woman, and that was fine with me. You know what I'm saying? We went over topics such as my health history, and some kind of way we ended up on masturbation. And it was a serious question, too. Some along the lines of, we're going to check your prostate. Abnormalities can't happen. We're going to check it like this, that, and the third, or whatever. Some things can make it enlarged or whatever. And I said, I know I've been telling a lot of jokes because I had my doctor cracking up, by the way. I don't know what's wrong with dude who can't make his medical professional laugh, but you need to practice before your next appointment. Well, she was cracking up and I was like, well, this is a serious question. Does excessive masturbation make your prostate swell up? And she looked puzzled at me, and that's the last thing you want your doctor to do when you asking them a medical question. But I had her cracking up or whatever the case may be, and before the end of it, I went and took a piss. And then when I came back, she told me, all right, we're gonna run some more tests. I need a urine sample. And I was like, a urine sample? Why you let me go pee? And then, so at the end of the appointment, I was in the bathroom for 45 minutes trying to take a piss. And so I was like, what can I help? I drank a little water and everything of that nature. It didn't work. So I was like, oh, you know, every time I masturbate, I got to pee after. So I whacked it off in the bathroom in the hospital. Northwestern, if you need to know the facility. And sure enough, I pissed. And there was a little cum in it too, swirling around in the middle with a little hair too. So all I can say is I'm not too confident about that prostate result, but I'm certain that those STD results will be conclusive. I just know it better not be no positive results because you have to have sex to have an STD, and I believe in God, but I do not want that kind of immaculate conception. Last joke. Okay, I read on Instagram, because that's where I get my news, that cabbage reduces inflammation. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Because I've never seen a Cabbage Patch Kid with bruises. Which is a great feat, because they are planted right next to the killer tomatoes. And everybody knows what happens when you get stuck in a room with the killer tomatoes. You're gonna have to catch up on your last show. Thank you very much. I'm Mo Butta.
Mind you, this guy is a third. And with